Building a content strategy used to take me an entire week. Audience research, keyword analysis, platform mapping, topic planning, calendar building, the whole thing. Now, I do it all in a single sitting using AI combined with real SEO data. But here's what most people get wrong. They think that the content strategy is about getting views, and it's not. Views at their core are a vanity metric. The real goal is building influence, getting the right people to trust you enough to take action. Buy something, book a call, send a DM. This is what actually matters to your business. In this video, I'm going to whiteboard out and show you a complete social media content strategy from scratch using a 5-step system. I'll show you how I use AI at every stage, how I validate everything with real data so you're not just guessing, and whether you're building this for Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, or all of them, this framework will work for your brand. Let's get into it. Step 1, and most people skip this entirely, define the actual goal of your content. And no, grow on social media is not a goal, that's a wish. But before we even talk about goals, I need you to reset your expectations. And if you're a service business, think about yourself as an educator, not an entertainer. You need to understand that right now, your job is to provide value that changes people's behavior and walks them closer to buying from you. You are not competing with Mr. Beast, even though you might think you are. Look, you're not competing with even meme pages. You're playing a completely different game. Think about it this way. If you are a local service business, your total addressable market on social media might be a few thousand people. Getting 500 views on a video might mean you reached a massive percentage of your total potential customers. I've seen businesses doing over $1 million a year with less than 5,000 followers. Views don't pay bills, the right views do. So with that in mind, your content strategy changes completely depending on your actual goals and what you're trying to achieve. There are 3 paths. 1, build awareness. You want people to know you exist. Your content is broad, shareable, trend-driven. You're optimizing for reach and impressions. You want to be known as an expert. Your content is educational, in-depth, opinion-driven. You're optimizing for saves, shares, and time spent. Generate leads and sales. You want your content to directly drive revenue. Your content should address pain points, handle objections, and have clear calls to action. You're optimizing in this path for DMs, clicks, and conversions. Most brands need a mix of all 3, but you should know which one is your primary driver because it shapes how everything else that you build is structured. For this video, I'm going to build a full strategy for a fictional outdoor adventure brand. Their primary goal is lead generation with authority as the secondary. But here's what most people don't realize. Your content pillars aren't just organizing your posts. They're telling the algorithm exactly who to show your content to. The content is the targeting. The algorithm is so good now. It knows what you're talking about. It reads your visuals. It analyzes your audio. And it shows your content to people who have a history of watching and engaging with similar stuff. So if you make your content about fly fishing gear, the algorithm finds fly fishing people. This is why the pillar section is the most important decision of your entire strategy. Your pillars are your targeting. Audience pain. What does your target audience struggle with? What keeps them up at night? What are they searching for? What do you want to be known for? What's your unique angle or expertise? Offer. What do you actually sell? What makes you money? The overlap of all 3, that's where your pillars live. And here's the rule that most people break. Every single pillar must connect to something you sell or a problem your offer solves. If you can't draw a line from the pillar to revenue, it's a hobby, not a strategy. I'm going to feed Claude a description of this brand, their services, their audience, their competitors, and ask it to suggest content pillars with reasoning. Here is the prompt. I've already generated it. If you want a prompt like this, just drop me a comment below and I will get you one. So we're going to shoot this out and let's have a look at what comes up. So here's what it gave us in about 30 seconds. So first cast, tone assumes intelligence but not experience. This top of funnel, trust builders, tight lines, client catch stories. I love this. River report, lodge life, and tight lines. But each of these own revenue streams. Now here's step 3, choosing your platform. And this is not about being everywhere, it's about being strategic. I use what I call the anchor and distribution model. Your anchor platform is where you go deep. This is where your best, most detailed content lives. It's your home base. Your distribution platforms are where you repurpose and redistribute that anchor content in platform native formats. Now, how many trust building moments can you create in 30-second reels versus a 30-minute YouTube video? It's not even close. Someone would have to watch 60 of your short form clips to get the same exposure as one long form video. And it's not just about time, it's also about depth. In long form, you can actually demonstrate your expertise, show your process, let your personality come through. Short form gives people a little taste, but long form is what converts them. That's why long form is your anchor and short form is how you get discovered. Long form is how you build trust that actually turns viewers into customers. Let me break down each platform. Okay. The best anchor platform for education, if you're a service business, consultant, or anyone selling expertise, YouTube is probably your anchor. It's the only platform where your content compounds over time like an investment. Instagram. In 2025, Instagram is a discovery to DM pipeline. Reels drive reach. Carousels drive saves and shares. Stories keep you top of mind. And DMs close deals. People are searching for topics on Instagram the way they search Google. For local businesses, e-commerce, and personal brands, this is either your anchor or your primary distribution brand. LinkedIn, everybody's favorite. If your customer has a job title, you should be on LinkedIn. The organic reach is still massive compared to other platforms. Text posts, carousels, and short form video all perform. Best for B2B TikTok. The fastest discovery engine out there, the hardest to convert to sales. Best used as a distribution channel unless your audience skews younger or your product is an impulse buy friendly. We're leaning into Instagram as primary distribution, reels from YouTube clips, carousels, gear guides, stories from trips, TikTok as secondary distribution, quick clips, trending audio content. The repurposing flow is simple. One long form video becomes 3 to 4 short clips, 2 to 3 carousel posts, a blog post, and an email. One piece of anchor content becomes 8 to 10 pieces across platform. And here's why volume matters. The math on content is way more linear than people think. If you're posting once a day and someone in your space is posting 5 times a day across platforms, they're getting roughly 5 times the exposure. That's not a hack, it's just math. The repurposing system lets you do 5 times the volume without 5 times the work. So, the topic engine is AI plus SEO research. This is the step that separates real strategy from guessing. Most people brainstorm random ideas and hope something hits. We're going to use a 3-layer system: AI for volume, SEO data for validation, and platform research for positioning. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our 3 content pillar ideas, I'm going to feed them into the AI with some context about the brand and audience, and I'm going to ask for 25 to 30 topic idea organized by pillar and funnel stage. Let's have a look and see what this comes up with. Tight lines. So, tight lines, client catch stories, top of funnel awareness inspiration, her first steelhead, a photo carousel of a client's reaction from hookup to landing to hero shot, guide narrating the sequence, father-daughter trip recap, he hadn't fished in 20 years, best catches of the month. Mid-funnel, what a guided day actually looks like, what surprised you the most about the trip, group trip spotlights. It's not just a guy's thing. You can see this is why I love this job. Bottom of funnel. Okay, so this is a little difficult to read. That's a table so that I can utilize it more effectively. Now, so as you can see, in about 60 seconds, I've got 30 topic ideas. Some of these are great, some are generic, some I'd never think of on my own. But we don't just run with these, we validate. So let's have some fun. Now we're gonna mess with trends, okay? This is the layer 2. We take these ideas, the best from the AI, and we check if people are actually searching for these. Fishing reports was one we picked, and fly fishing weekend, fishing guide, how to become a fly fishing guide, fly fishing guides near me. So these are the keywords that we're going to use to help inform content. Another tool that we can check out is Answer the Public. And this is a fun one. You only get a couple per day, but we're just going to simple, and we're going to go United States, and we're going to go fishing trip, search. and it's going to give us a bunch of content ideas around fishing trips. If I go into fishing trip, you can see all of the main keywords that come up here. And if you go to Google, you can see more keywords here. So you go fishing trip, and now you got all of these best fishing gear packages for beginners, best waterproof fishing jackets, brands, review of fishing kayaks for lake trips, how to choose the right fishing rod, essential gear trips. So this is all stuff where like we can content around this and we can use that. And then fishing trip, if we just go in here, we just type in fishing trip, you can see what kind of like action and what's happening. You know, obviously this guy's awesome, but these are all shorts that are doing well. You know, this one didn't have any views. It's just happy to share it with me. So you can see it's not like picking out shorts with like 300,000 views. It's also picking out like new stuff that thinks I might be interested in. Even DIY 6,000, how to plan, and a bunch of cool stuff. So this is showing us kind of what kind of shorts people like, and this can also help us inform the type of content we want to make. I often do this in a, what do you call it? Incognito window, because I love the search terms that you get from an incognito window. They're literally bar none and really hard to beat. But all of this to say, take your ideas, take what you find, run them through Answer the Public, do an incognito search on YouTube, do incognito searches on like Facebook, see what type of content is currently winning, and then figure it out from there and move forward. Now, your content calendar, okay? This is the fifth and final step, okay? In step, we turn all of this into an actual content calendar. Strategy without execution is just a theory. I'm going to take our validated topics and map them out into a 4-week calendar. Each topic gets assigned a day, a platform, and the content format. Here's what posting cadences look like. And I say realistic because I'm not going to tell you to post 3 times a day. You can do YouTube once a week. That can turn into 3 to 5 Instagrams. It can turn into 3 to 4 LinkedIns. It can turn into 3 to 5 TikToks per week, especially if you're using it as distribution. So here's a simple grid. This is exactly what it looks like. You do your gear review, it's on YouTube. Your IG Reels does a trip clip, right? You get a carousel down onto there. And so here's your 3 main content, right? Because your IG is what you're kind of focused on. And then these things are offshoots, right? YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Now, the quality filter. Before you post anything, it should hit at least one of these 4, okay? 1, it should show proof. It should demonstrate that you know what you're doing and results. 2, it should give actionable direction. Advice that when follow, good things will happen, not vague motivation, specific steps. And 3, reference credibility, okay? Use testimonials, third-party validation, case studies, anything external that proves your claims aren't just you hyping yourself up. And lastly, just be authentically you. Let your personality shine through. People connect with people, not brands. Your unique perspective is what makes them choose you over everyone else. So if it hits no people, you don't post it. If it hits 1 to 2, it's good. If it hits 3 to 4, it builds real influence, right? So you want to hit as many of these as you can with whatever you're doing. Now, the last thing, I'll use AI to draft a quick content brief for each one of these topics. The hook, key talking points, CTA, suggestion format, even hashtag suggestions in 30 seconds. I have a brief that would have taken me 20 minutes to write manually, and this can do it automatically. Your AI will just do it for you, right? So your best content calendar is the one you can actually stick to. So start smaller than you think you need to and build up. Consistency beats volume every time. Remember, you're not trying to go viral. You're building trust with the right people. 1,000 views from your ideal customers are better than 1 million views, 100,000 views from people who will never spend $1 with you. And if you want deeper, I'm talking AI prompts for content strategy, templates, community feedback on your own strategy builds. I run a community on School where we break all of this down way further. The link will be in the description. And if you'd rather just have someone build this whole thing for you, I do that too. There's a link below. You can reach out to me. We can talk about building a custom content strategy for your brand. I suggest you subscribe if you want more of this. Every week I'm putting out videos on how to use AI to actually run and grow a business, not just get likes. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.